India is the second largest telecom sector of the world, and it has a subscriber base of more than 1 billion of people. In this scenario, it's an important for any government to look for the needs and services of its people. So the government of India has designed telecommunication bill for it. Hello everyone, welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's topic is Telecommunication Bill 2023. And in this class, we are going to discuss nitties-gritties of telecommunication bill. So moving towards the points of discussion part. First of all, we are going to discuss the news, and then we are going to discuss that what are the highlights of this bill and what are the debates around this bill, practice question for prelims and mains. So moving to the news part. So on 18th of December, we have seen that Lok Sabha has seen the introduction of a bill whose name is Telecommunication Bill 2023, and it will remove the existing bills which are related to telecommunication. And what are the bills we have? So we have Indian Telegraph Act 1885, the Indian Wireless Telegraph Act 1933, Telegraph Wires Unlawful Possession Act 1950, and we have also TRI Act 1997. So it also decided that it will amend the TRI Act, which is Telecommunication Regulatory Authority of India. So why such bills has been designed? Because telecom sector is seeking so much of problems, and in order to solve all those problems, these kind of bills are introduced in the parliament. And it is also said by the government of India that whatever the bills we have and acts we have related to the telecom sector, it is very pre-colonial period, or it consists of the colonial structure. So we need to remove that colonial structure and we need to design an act which should suit the demand of today's India. So moving to the next slide. Next slide is about that what are the highlights of the bills we have. So the first thing is that authorization for telecom related activities. So earlier also we have this authorizing facility, but now this thing has been clearly or explicitly mentioned. And what are the factors we have for the authorization? And for that authorization, central government is the immediate authority. So we need to consult the central government regarding this. And these are the sectors for which authorization is needed. First, establish, operate, maintain and expand telecommunication network and possess radio equipment. So these are the things which needs authorization, and existing license will also continue. Whatever the grants and whatever the time period it has been decided, maybe some grants or some authorization have decided that it will continue for another 5 years. So it is also the need of an hour. And coming to the next slide, which is assignment of spectrum. So first of all, we need to understand that what is a spectrum here. So a spectrum is radio waves or air waves which is sold to any telecom companies for their effective services. So this is called as a spectrum. And who will assign this spectrum? So central government is the assigning authority, and it will be assigned through administrative method also, and it will be assigned through auctioning method also. But the main assigning method is the auctioning. So this is the highlights of the bill. And moving to the next slide, which is about that what are the other highlights we have. So for other highlights we have powers of interception and search. So messages or a class of messages between two persons may be monitored or may be designed. So sometimes there is also a controversy related to it that maybe our privacy will be compromised. But here there are certain conditions that there will be the inception for the messages and monitoring for the messages on the national ground, and if there will be any potential danger for the national security, so on that ground such kind of things will take place. Powers to specify standards. So central government has authority to specify the what are the standards for the telecom sector. So these are the things. And right of way also. So right of way, this facility is also provided, and it seeks a right of way over public or private property to establish a telecom infrastructure. And what is the peculiar thing about this right of way? Right of way must be provided on a non-discriminatory and non-exclusive basis. So first of all, you need to understand that what is right of way. So right of way is that any land or any particular entity will provide land or whatever the infrastructure to a company for the cable setup in land or out of the land. So this is the right of way, and the government of India has authorized that it should be distributed and it should be given on a non-discriminatory basis. So what are the other highlights we have? So protection of users is also mandated here. Suppose that many times we got so many messages, so many things which are also spreading so many scams. So the users will have the authority and power that they can activate do not disturb registers, and they can also register their complaints to the concerned authorities. Coming to the appointments to TRAI. So it will make changes to the TRAI, and the bill amends the TRAI Act, and at least a person should be there to govern the TRAI, and at least the person should have the experience of 30 years in the private sector and also the 25 years to become the member of the TRAI. And here they can take individuals from the private sector also. And here we have a new provision which is Digital Bharat Nidhi. Earlier we have an act which says that the Universal Service Obligation Fund. So this fund has been renamed as a Digital Bharat Nidhi. So this is the provisions, whatever the provisions we earlier have, the provision is same, but the name has been changed. So when there will be in the prelims that what is the predecessor of the Universal Service Obligation Fund, then your answer would be Digital Bharat Nidhi. Moving to the debates, that what are the debates we have, and these are the other highlights. That what are the other highlights? We have also provision for the offenses and penalties. That government of India is also looking that in the name of any digital sector or in the name of any telecom services, if any business person or if any entity is fooling you, then you have right to complain about such things. And adjudication process is also like earlier also everything is managed by the central government, but there was no designated officer for particular sector. But right now the additional secretary will be appointed to look for all such scams and other problems related to telecom sector. Moving to the debates part. So debate is like the first debate comes that assignment of spectrum. And what is the assignment of spectrum here? That it will be distributed, or it will be assigned on the basis of administration and also on the basis of auction. So many things people and so many experts have said that in such scenario, those entities who are near to the government will get much benefit, and it will be a very discriminatory process. So that will not in a fair manner, and assignment will not take place whatever the requirement needed for any business person. On the other hand, an issue of regulation of internet services. So there is also issue of regulation of internet services, because we have seen that there is a provision that your personal videos will be monitored, your personal messages will be monitored. So sometimes people are saying that in the name of national security, in the name of people's security, we cannot compromise with our privacy and security. So this kind of also controversy has erupted, and here the current definition of telecommunication has created lots of confusion, because earlier in 2022 draft we have seen that the WhatsApp, Instagram, the online platforms have been clearly mentioned, but this time it has not clearly mentioned, which has creating lots of confusion among the users. On the other hand, there is no provision for the OTT platform. So these all things have created another kind of controversy, which is a matter of debate. So moving to the practice question for prelims, and what is the primary objective of Nidhi companies in India? And your options are facilitating foreign direct investment, promoting agriculture research, promoting financial inclusion, and providing credit facilities to member, regulating stock exchanges. So kindly answer in the comment section. Moving to the mains part, examine the evolution and challenges of the telecommunication sector in India, assess the impact of policy changes on telecommunication services. So what you have to do, that we have discussed that whatever the laws we have related to telecommunication sector, that were like 1933 law, 1885 law, then 1950 law. So these all are like 70-80 years back, which are very outdated in nature, and whatever the laws we have designed, that has suited the demand of that particular era, that particular thing. But right now we are into the digital world, and our demand is very different, our needs and requirements, our challenges are very different. So for that, the government of India has come up with the Telecommunication Bill 2023, and it is addressing the crucial problems what we are facing today. On the other hand, it also lacks certain clarity on various issues. So the bill should be redrafted, and whatever the confusion it is creating in the minds of the people, that should not be there. So that's it for today's lecture. If you have any query to this lecture, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you.